Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to Let's Play Super Metroid. It's some type of artist here. In the last episode, we defeated the mini-boss of Norfair, and we got the grapple beam, and we got power bombs, so... Hi, Crocomire. So let's go and play with some of our new toys and see where we can get. I know there's one thing in here that I wanna... Alright, there's one upcoming missile expansion that gave me such a headache the first few times I'm playing. I think I'm gonna come around to it pretty soon because we can get it now, but definitely not my favorite. God, I hate the grapple beam. It's so awkward. Prime definitely made it feel a lot more natural, but it's like I said, it's not the most exciting power-up in the world to use. These green ones need a super missile to open, and just sometimes it's just not easy hitting it for whatever reason. Alright, so where was that other room where we were going to... Oh, well, we can do this now too, since we have power bombs. You can open yellow doors. And this gives us the map. You know, if you watch a lot of Super Metroid videos online, a lot of people just skip the map entirely. See this little long corridor gray area kind of to the left and below us? That's where we're going next. This other area we're not going to really explore until later in the game. Kind of feel like there's no real point to doing it now. But there is something over here I want to get while we're here, so we can do that. I also really like these little enemies here. I don't know, I think they're really cute. I kind of want to make one out of pearl beads. Alright, so run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm Saris Aaron. Yeah, that actually ended up rhyming pretty well. Alright, so now we can come down here and... come on, all of you. Come on. Yes, I know. It's Samus Aaron. You're all excited to see me. Give me your energy and your stuff and blah, blah, blah. Alright. Very carefully. When you open this door... try to jump back towards the direction you just came from. Or to the right there. Because those blocks will crumble down. There is a missile right there. And that wall repairs itself fairly quickly. No, I didn't want to do any of that! I did the exact opposite thing of what I wanted. But you know what? I really don't want to come back here. Can we just... God, I'm so good at video games. You can just do that, but all of these platforms crumble beneath you. So your only hope is to really freeze one of those guys if you're not good at doing the wall jumping thing I just did. And pray you can create some kind of platform. Thankfully, you can just run past all these idiots and get back to a familiar room. Because up here is, well, this is where we fought the Crocomire. So, no big whoop. But for now, we're kind of prepared to go back to Brinstar. Because if you remember, we did kind of fall a long distance down. And the only way up, I was saying, you gotta freeze the rippers. And we have the ice beam now, so we can do it. I usually just bunny hop across these until I need to actually make some distance. And that's another thing about Super Metroid that kind of gets old. The more of these little power-ups you can select on the top of the screen, and the more annoying it gets to cycle through them. You can press the Y button to just kind of cancel it and restart back from the beginning, which is helpful if you like want to use super missiles, do something, and cancel it instead of just cycling through everything, but it gets kind of annoying. Especially because a lot of people, including me, don't use the grapple beam for much, and even less people use the X-ray scope once you pick that up, which I always forget where it is, but I stumble upon it because I do try pretty hard to, well, actually... yeah, let's do that now. Why not? Nope, pressing all the wrong buttons. Yeah, unfortunately, because Super Metroid needs a button to run, running and jumping and gunning all at once can feel a little awkward sometimes. It's something I've gotten used to now, but I remember when I first started playing it, it was a little interesting to get used to. But if you remember over here when we came back, and we don't care about any of these guys, there was a power bomb block up there. So lay that down. And look what we have here. It's a missile expansion. And we just picked that up. See? This is what I like, because all we had to do was go a few rooms out of our way, and we have it already, and we, like, it took like a minute to do. It's beautiful. It wasn't out of the way at all. It led us back. The path back led us to a spot where it was, like, super convenient to go back and get that. And there's just, like, a ton of opportunities to do that throughout Super Metroid. I can't get over how much I love that about this game. In fact, that might be what we're doing this episode, because I know we're kind of getting to a certain point where you can either go forward, or you can, you know, spend some time picking up random things. We're gonna destroy that beautiful bridge, and I did not mean to fall down there, and so, boy, this is... We'll be here later on when we're more properly equipped to explore underwater. But for now, I just wanted to blow that up so we can get through a little more easily. So what should we do first? We're back in Brinstar now. And, don't get stuck in the water. Oh man, oh man. You know, Super Metroid's one of those games where it's like, you forget how awesome things like the gravity suit are. Because when you're coming back with nothing in your arsenal and you hit that water and you feel that sluggish slowdown, it's just like, So now, we can freeze the rippers here. And we can get back up. Well, okay. If you're good at the game, you can get back up. Come on, just... There we go. Not a big deal. You can also get through here now, too, and incidentally, you also need a power bomb to blow past there. There's a little enemy hiding behind blocks in there. He'll always give you a power bomb if you need it. So it's pretty useful there. But this room... I think this room is actually where you get the X-ray scope. Try not to hit these little firefly enemies. Because they actually do keep the room lit up, and if you destroy too many of them, you're just kind of walking around in darkness, and it's never really any fun at all. Yeah, it's not like Metroid Prime, we don't have the thermal visor to help us out. So was the... yeah, the X-ray visor's in here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. So here's something that I feel like... Have I been calling it the X-ray visor? I meant the X-ray scope. The X-ray visor is what you get in Metroid Prime. And you know, they might do like... well, there we go. So this basically just shows you secret paths, so if you're looking for pickups, like missile expansions and stuff like that, the game will basically tell you, you know, where any secrets are. I don't think there's anything in the game that it won't really show you. Like, I don't think there's any kind of secret wall that's just completely oblivious to the X-ray scope, but I don't know. I kind of went into Super Metroid a little strangely, because I had seen many playthroughs of it before I actually played the game myself. And not to mention seeing who knows how many other reviews just about the game in general. So, yeah, you can also freeze them too. That won't, like, destroy the light if you just freeze them. So I kind of was at an advantage, because I did kind of remember where most of them were, and then many playthroughs later, you know, I got the hang of it, you know. I was able to memorize where everything was. It wasn't a big deal at all. Which is really weird, because Fusion is a game I think I 100%ed once when I was a kid by using a walkthrough, but I've never really had much of a desire to actually... Do I want to go here? Hold on. I want to do something else first. Metroid Fusion was just like never really a game I had much of a desire to learn 100%ing, just because the flow of it just is kind of weird, you know? When most of the game consists of being told to go to point A and to point B, and you just kind of figure out your way for yourself. You know, there's definitely room to explore, but I don't know, it's like... eh. Oh, did I want to do this now? We'll do some of it now. We'll see how it goes. So, like I said earlier, this takes you back to where you got the morph ball at the beginning of the game, and oh my god, super missile! Get rid of these idiots. There's one more. And then you can power bomb through this wall here, and I think you get a missile expansion. Oh no, you get another power bomb expansion. Cool. And then I think another power bomb here. And this is where you got the morph ball, and all of a sudden we're back in familiar territory. It's pretty nice. There's actually a few things we can get over here. The reason I was kind of hesitating was because we're going to go back up the shaft of Old Torian, and I can't remember if we can get everything we want to get there. I think we can, but I guess we'll see. So, just like the first game, there is an energy tank up here you can pick up. You might even be able to... I can't remember how fast that block will repair itself, but you might even be able to bomb jump up there before Spine Shark up there, if you know how to do it. And then in here, this is another thing. Oh, that's what it was, the water. Well, I'm gonna try to do it anyway. So there's that. This is the only time in the game that you'll see invisible platforms. Actually, how did I do that? I did do this without needing the gravity suit before. I think I ran in here, and then as soon as I came out, I jumped. Or did I jump earlier? Because like I said, if we're here and we're able to get it, I would like to get it now. No, I didn't do it there either. Did I just wall jump off there? I always forget about the water in this area here, and it always bites me in the ass. Come on, dude. I think you gotta jump like right... Oh, I kinda did it that time. I'm doing it. I think I just have to hold the button down. Because I can barely see myself jump, so I'm kind of like... No, not like that. These spikes are going to take out my damage. I'm going to get another reserve tank by doing this. Not that it, like, matters much, but... I don't think I mentioned it. I am going for 100%. I don't know if I'm going to get the best ending by completing the game in under 3 in-game hours. Because I am, you know... Since it is a Let's Play, I am kind of dicking around and talking a lot and explaining things. So I don't know how fast I'm going to get through it. But I sure as hell am going to try to get 100%. Oh, okay. Okay, that was close. I think I'm gonna need to wall jump off that. No. There we go. Oh, we don't get a I could have sworn you got a reserve tank. Oh well, this is a room that actually has 2 prizes in it. So, I guess it was worth it. You can come back with a gravity suit and the water won't affect you. You can just high jump up there, no problem. But if not, you kinda gotta get a little creative with it. But again, that's just another thing I love about Super Metroid. It has a way that it hints that you're supposed to do things, but hot damn, it does a pretty good job of letting you kind of work out your own shit at the same time. Alright, so that took a while. I'm gonna probably cut a bunch of that out. So I think we can get what we need up here, going back to old Torian as well. Let's see. Because I know you need the Ice Beam and the Grapple Beam. You know, for someone that said they didn't need the Grapple Beam for much, I am finding myself using the Grapple Beam more than I thought. These guys are no problem now. Yeah, I didn't really realize this was the site of the old Mother Brain until, actually a few playthroughs after I did this. Apparently she was keeping a missile tank down here. Who knew? Yeah, I always thought Mother Brain was like the leader of the space pirates, but I guess now it's like... I don't know, I guess she was just like a supercomputer for this one particular space pirate project. But I don't know, since she turns into that monster thing and has such a tremendous impact on like the Metroid lore, I guess it's a little up in the air. There's actually a secret over on that one platform to the right I told you about when you're falling down. Power bombing at you in here, and this leads to more of these koosh ball things, and you didn't want to do that. So wait until that unfreezes. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to freeze all of these things. You can do that by just like jumping and doing that. Go over here really quick before they unfreeze, because you're going to want to Spine Shark back up there. Break that, and we finally, after so long, got a Super Missile upgrade. Yeah, it's weird. You get your first set of Super Missiles pretty early in the game. You don't get like an expansion from them though in like a while. I guess they didn't want you to like really abuse them. Just like bunny hop your way across here. I'm glad we were able to do this now. This is actually one of the last ones I found out about because I honestly just forgot all about it. Yeah, despite remembering so many of them from like the playthroughs I've seen of this game, when I started playing it for myself the first time, you know, there were it didn't always go well for me. Let's just say that. I didn't always remember everything I wanted to remember. So, there's a couple more things I want to do before we call this an episode. Oh, quick, get off that. Oh, dang it. Another cool thing I really like about this game, that I actually learned from Nintendo Capri Sun in his Let's Play of the game, enemies will always drop, stuff you need. So, like, if you're at full health, and your reserve tanks are full, enemies won't drop health for you. They'll just drop whatever other ammunition you need. Likewise, if you need like missiles and stuff, they won't drop missiles. I mean, if you're full on missiles, they won't drop missiles. If you're full on super missiles, they won't drop super missiles. Yada yada yada. And that's something I could like really appreciate, because like how many times have you like played Zelda or something, and you're getting money from enemy drops when you need hearts? And it's like, I'm full on my wallet, why don't you just drop the hearts? Or you get like you get like arrows for your bow, and it's like, I have full arrows, and it's like, that's something I really, really like about Super Metroid, those drops like that. So, we're coming down pretty fast back on Brinstar, and remember this area where I was trying to do the mock ball? Well, now that we have the speed booster, it's no longer an issue. Because correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the speed booster also... Oh, this was a reserve tank, okay. I believe the speed booster also increases your normal speed, too. Nope, that's actually just a pipe, you didn't even need to bomb through it. And there's another missile over here. And believe it or not, guys, there's another missile in the room, too. Your clue should be how the camera focuses on all this wall here when it normally wouldn't in a room. So we're cleaning up pretty nicely when we got back to Brinstar here. Yeah, when you're coming back, because we're supposed to be going back to our ship actually, and making our way to the wrecked ship. Oh, that's right. Because there's actually something up here. So if you did the mock ball and got over here, you can actually get your first super missile over here. And you don't even need to fight the spore spawn if you don't want to then. Which is, I can understand why people wouldn't want to do it, because it is a slow moving fight. And if you're doing a speed run, then, well, spore spawn just kind of slows everything down. And we get another super missile expansion, so I think that makes 15 super missiles for us. And let's see, there was a save point there. Should probably get that. You know what? I think there's more to do here than I'm remembering. I don't think I'm going to do it all in the next few minutes, so I'm going to cozy on up in the save station. And next time on Let's Play Super Metroid, we are going to continue cleaning house before we go on to the wrecked ship. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.